Let's look at the non-delegation doctrine. To understand the non-delegation doctrine, we need to start with a definition. The non-delegation doctrine is a constitutional principle that Congress cannot delegate its legislative powers to another branch of government or to private entities. The doctrine primarily arises in administrative law and constitutional law, addressing the limits of Congress's ability to authorize agencies to make rules with the force of law. Now keep this in mind, as this will be essential to understanding the questioning we are about to delve into. Justice Gorsuch had a somewhat heated discussion with Solicitor General Sauer about the non-delegation doctrine.
It's the gist of it, as I understand it, why we should disregard both major questions in non-delegation. So could Congress delegate to the President the power to regulate commerce with foreign nations as he sees fit, to lay and collect duties as he sees fit?
We don't assert that here. That would be a much harder case now. In 1790,
isn't that the logic of your view, though?
I don't think so, because we're dealing with a statute that was a carefully crafted compromise. It does have all the limitations that I just talked about.
Interesting position for Mr. Sauer. If this statute is as carefully crafted as he claimed, then we have to assume that since Congress didn't include the power to establish duties, they didn't intend to delegate that power to the United States. Then Justice Gorsuch got into the question of foreign affairs.
I want to explain to me how you draw the line, because you say we shouldn't be concerned because this is foreign affairs and the President has inherent authority, and so delegation off the books, more or less. And if that's true, what would prohibit Congress from just abdicating all responsibility to regulate foreign commerce, for that matter, declare war, to the President?
We don't contend that he could do that.
Why not?
Well, because we're dealing with a statute, again, that has a whole series
I'm not
of
asking about the
limitations.
statute. General, I'm not asking about the statute. I'm asking for your theory of the Constitution and why the major questions in non-delegation, what bite it would have in that case.
Yes. I would say by then you would move from the area where there's enormous deference to the President, actually both the political branches, where here there's inherent authority, and piled on top of that there's a broad delegation.
You're saying there's inherent authority in foreign affairs, all foreign affairs. So regulate commerce, duties and tariffs and war. It's inherent authority all the way down, you say. Fine. Congress decides tomorrow, well, we're tired of this legislating business. We're just going to hand it all off to the President. What would stop Congress from doing that?
That would be different than a situation where there are metes and bounds, so to speak. It would be a wholesale application.
You say
While it may be a different statute, the underlying question Justice Gorsuch seems to be asking is, how far can Congress go in delegating their powers to the President? And I don't think Solicitor General Sauer had a very good answer. Now, in questioning Mr. Cattell, I think Justice Thomas exposed another very serious question.
Let's go back to your non-delegation point. It would seem that if the tariff power cannot be delegated, your argument on non-delegation would also have to apply to embargoes and to quotas.
No, Your Honor, because I think tariffs, because they're uniquely revenue-raising, impose special, unique concerns that go back to our founding. And so I don't think that they apply to embargoes.
If Congress can delegate its power to regulate foreign commerce, why not its power to tax? Mr. Cattell seems to think that Clause 1 of Article 1, Section 8 has some special power not applied to Clause 3.